It's a dance floor with no music, or a show without a crowd. What is love good for if it burns you?
It's a long while later. I'm here with my tea, stunning herbal tea, fruit one, and I'm in my pajamas. But I did want to sit down and have a little chat with you. Okay, so hopefully this is okay. My leg is taking up a lot of the frame. I've had so many messages from sweet besties on Instagram, and I'm just so overwhelmed by it. Yeah. Oh, I tried to set up my camera, it's not working. I really just wanted to thank everybody for the love. Particularly on Instagram, if there's been so many people who've got in touch, people who I didn't even think cared, people who just like follow me on there or subscribe to me on here but don't ever interact. This many people care, it's just absolutely crazy to me. I had a lovely day. I'm very, very tired, but we're just winding down. We're just having a little break from everything, and I don't think we have any plans this evening. I got some beautiful birthday gifts, some absolutely insane ones, like crazy ones. But I'm going to continue the vlog over the next couple of days. I've been in a bit of a slump recently in terms of reading. But birthdays are just a lot for me, and I feel like they're quite an anxiety-inducing event. I could get into a whole discussion of how undeserving I am, but I'm not going to go there. But this year, I feel like I haven't even had the chance to, because I've been so ridiculously overwhelmed. I keep using that word. It's just true. The like outpouring of love from, particularly from my family obviously, but also from people on Instagram, people I know in real life, things like that. Where there's love lacking in places, it's always somewhere else. I think that's the most important takeaway I've kind of got from today. I have no words. But yeah, today was lovely. We went for brunch, as you saw, then did gifts, and then my grandparents came over for cake. Birthdays always have their ups and downs. I feel like I cry always, but I haven't actually done that yet today, which is kind of impressive, touch wood. But it's not smooth sailing, none of it's smooth sailing, but the good parts are just so good. They don't counteract the bad, but they do outweigh it, which I'm very, very lucky and very fortunate for, and very undeserving of as well. In some downtime, I uploaded my video for tomorrow. I think I'm going to spend my evening doing the like admin-y bits for that, and then also reading. Not me forgetting when I'm literally a booktuber. When I literally make book content on the internet. In the middle of a couple of different things, and I'm going to try and get back in the groove of it. I feel like I'm not interested in what I'm reading, but it's not even the books, it's like me for sure. But I feel like maybe now that the buzz of my birthday's died down, like I have like a little like week, about a week, things pick up again in my life and I can focus a little bit on what I'm usually into. So I'll catch up with you later, but for right now I'm gonna go and gush to my Instagram story. Thank you. Lucky girl. Lucky girl. Okay, next day for my birthday. I thought it might be fun to run through my makeup routine, just because it's something that like I'm not gonna talk about otherwise, and I feel like a vlog is the perfect place to do it. But I have my makeup routine absolutely down, what I like, what I don't like, and everything like that. And while I run through that, I'm also going to talk to you about yesterday, just like general birthday things, while I tell you what products I'm using. First of all though, I clipped back my fringe, which looks ridiculous, but it has to happen, otherwise I'm gonna get foundation in my hair. By the way, my makeup is so crusty because it lives in this drawer and like I don't purchase things like regularly. Whatever I run out of, I just replace. First thing is sun cream, of course. This is the Unseen Sunscreen SPF 40 from Supergoop. I love this stuff. I got given it as a gift initially, and this is my second tube. I love the tinted one. I wear the tinted one if I'm not wearing foundation, but if I'm wearing foundation, I just layer this underneath. Foundation has like SPF 15 in, I think, but this product is just like a lot stronger. Foundation layers really nicely over the top of it. Foundation is the L'Oreal True Match. I've been on and off using this one. I kind of try other things out and then I go back to this one every single time. And I use the shade 0.5N with a Real Techniques expert face brush. A little bit about my birthday. So you obviously saw the brunch, and then we did presents at home, a couple of books that I really wanted, that like wish list ones. But the main thing I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to express here, was what the actual heck Lucy, who, if you don't know already, is like literally an angel living. I'm not saying this obviously just because she got me a gift, but like she's just the sweetest person. I was saying to her actually in my like gushing thankfulness message, it's actually surprisingly hard to like make friends on this platform. It's easy, but then not easy, but like it's doable, but then often people who I'm friends with will give up on their channels and stop making videos for various reasons. Obviously, like I completely understand, because YouTube is like one of those things that looks like the funnest, easiest thing in the world, and then you sit down to do it and you're like, this is so time consuming and ridiculous and my channel's not growing. But we all love it. It's just some people just don't have the time or energy to put into a channel anymore. So it's really hard to have people who kind of stick around. And Lucy's been one of those people who I've known like on and off. I met her actually originally through Sarah. Years ago, we were like mutual friends. And then over the past couple of years, we've just been like besties. And I love it so much. I love doing the buddy reads with her. We have some really good chats because I feel like we're on the same page about a lot of things. YouTube related, because we're kind of at like similar stages in our kind of YouTube careers. I'm just going to quickly do powder. I just use this like 17 Define and Conquer contour kit. I don't even think you're meant to use this, but I just do it anyway, it's fine. So we've been buddy reading the Throne of Glass series together, as you know, because I mentioned in like every single video. And I've been wanting to rebuy my copies of ACOTAR, also by Sarah J Maas. I own the original paperbacks and they are now worth a lot of money. And ACOTAR is my favourite series, so I'm never going to sell them obviously, but I want to own fresh copies to annotate because I don't really want to touch my original copies, just because they have like original like dog earring and things from when I was first reading the series and first falling in love with it, and I just don't want to mar it with my thoughts of reading the book on a reread, if that makes sense. So I've been wanting to buy the new editions, new paperbacks, because they're not that new anymore, but you know, they were at a time, to annotate on a reread, because I haven't reread the series since I first read it, and I read the first book back in like 2016, so it's been a long time. I actually pre-ordered like a Court of Frost and Starlight and whatever. I'm using the Naked Basics palette. I usually use the shade Faint on my eyebrows, because I've run out of that I now use Crave and Naked 2 like mixed together. But yeah, it seems like a bit of like a self-indulgent thing to get yourself copies of a book series that you already own, even though it's one that I would love, and you know, I was thinking of doing it eventually. And I actually found the first book, Court of Thorns and Roses, in the charity shop about 6 months ago, which I was really happy about. But I was like, what are the chances of that happening with other books in the series, because nobody gives away their copies because they love it so much. I mean, this is a terrible eyebrow. Yeah, so I had them on my wish list, and they actually dropped down in price like a little while ago, and I was like, maybe I should just buy them for myself. But I was like, again, it's so self-indulgent, and I've got so many other things right now to be spending money on. My brother's wedding is coming up, and there's just like a lot of expenses surrounding that, so I don't really have the room for that. Plus I was not planning on doing a reread anytime soon, because I'm obviously in the middle of Throne of Glass and I want to get that done before I start diving back into ACOTAR. But then Lucy goes ahead and buys not only the second book, The Court of Mist and Fury, not only the third book, The Court of Wings and Ruin, but she buys me the entire rest of the series that I don't have. By the way, I'm one of the people who's a believer that A Court of Silver Flames is not a connected book in the series, because it was always meant to be a trilogy with a little novella attached, and then suddenly she just added like a fourth book, and I just don't, I don't want that. I don't like A Court of Silver Flames. It's nothing to do with my feelings for Nesta. I really just don't like that book. I'm not going to get into it now, but anyway, the point is that I really wanted to get the original trilogy plus the little novella, because those are my like favorites, and Lucy literally bought me them all, which is just the most insane gift. My mum like can't comprehend the whole internet world about people, literal strangers that you met on the internet giving you a gift, but I kind of understand. I mean, I do understand, but yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like, that's so generous of her, so kind, and it just means so much, especially coming from someone who I know is also like a SJM fan, who like I'm reading her books alongside. The Court of Thorns and Roses series is just absolutely everything and more to me. Someone who feels similarly to me, if you're like kind of interested in my level of like Delulu, is Ellen Catherine. She did a vlog where she reread ACOTAR. That is like how I feel, you know, like the OG ACOTAR fans, like it just is different, you know. Oh, stunning series, pick it up if you haven't already. But I'm just so excited, so thankful. Oh, by the way, I'm using the Sleek face contour kit. I love the highlighter, but this contour shade is perfect for me. And I just take this eye brush, base shadow brush, and I nose contour. I used to only do this when I went out, and then I was like, it makes such a good difference in my face. Why am I not just doing it every day? Because it takes me like 5 seconds to do, and it just like switches up my nose. My nose is something I used to be really self-conscious of, and I'm kind of over it now. But Mary Luminizer from the Balm, I just take a little smidgen down the center of my nose, cheekbones, Cupid's bow, and then I also have recently started adding it to my eyelids. I am such a blush fan. I never used to be, or I've kind of had phases on and off with blush, but I use this palette, and I like all the shades in here, but I use this one most often. Today I think I'm gonna do maybe this nude one with the peach and a bit of the pink. Tap it off. Okay, then we do eyeliner, Estee Lauder. I don't even know what it's called. I'll have a link below if I can find it. And usually if it's a windy day at this stage, I'll put in eye drops, just because my eyes, they overcompensate basically any dryness. So they're constantly leaking. But it's a really beautiful day today actually, which contrasts with my birthday day because it was like raining on and off. But yeah, thank you again, Lucy. Thank you to everybody on Instagram. It was a really beautiful day in terms of like the outpouring of love from people who like I've spoken to like on and off. Just hearing that you mean a lot to somebody. I don't know whether I talked about this yesterday, but like I had this thing where there were quite a few people who I count as my close friends who didn't even bother getting in touch. But it was so much more like made up for by the fact that I got a ridiculous amount of beautiful like outpourings of love. Lots of internet friends and lots of people who, I don't know, I either like knew a long time ago and I don't speak to so much anymore, or people I speak to regularly or I just can't see very often. It was crazy, like really, really beautiful messages, and it just was so overwhelming for me as someone who's like finds my own birthday quite a lot. My favourite lip combo at the moment, and I think for the foreseeable, is this lip liner from Primark. Lip liner pencil in the shade Toffee. I found this through a Jordan Lipscomb. I mean, it needs sharpening. I'm not going to do a very good job with this because I don't think I'm going to be wearing proper lipstick. And then my lipstick I use, I don't actually have it with me, but it's one of these, which is the Maybelline Colour Sensational, and I can't remember the shade of it, but I'll put it like down below. The best. It's like basically this lip liner. Also love this from Too Faced. I have 2 of them actually. I have the full size and the mini. Fig. I love that for a darker lip. Or I use a red. I love the little Benefit, like, what's this called? Balm. But I'm thinking actually I'm going to wear this today, which is from Rouge. It's their balm in the shade Chouchou. It's a red that you don't have to worry about basically. Really cute packaging as well. And that's me done for makeup. Makeup done, hair done, kind of. I just brushed it through. I don't really feel like styling it. It's just very simple look. Sometimes I do a little bit of wing liner. Now I have to pick a perfume. Could do something light. Oh, I might do this actually. I have the Taylor Swift Wonderstruck. This is probably so out of date and horrible, but I mean, it's now worth a fortune. Which is kind of jokes, because I paid like about 30 quid for this. And I could sell it, but I just genuinely love the smell. I might sell the bottle once it's empty, because I feel like people like to collect those sort of things. Small ootd from this like really dusty mirror. This skirt is from Cameo, which is this French brand. It's giving coastal granddaughter, it's giving nautical vibes. Those aesthetics are so stupid. This is a fun little skirt, but it's probably not available because I got it literally years ago. It's a bit big for me, but I don't really care. Top is Brandy Melville. Not a Brandy Melville fan, but this top is cute because my name means little dove. And then my shirt is like literally probably like M&S or something. M&S like teenage boy. But yeah, I just wanted to go something summery, but something also like casual and comfortable because I'm going to be just at home. Abigail's coming around to give me some gifts, which is lovely. And then we're going to probably just read in the garden. I think we're going to buddy read something together, but we haven't really decided on it yet. And I might potentially go back to her house tonight. I'm not really sure yet, but I will keep you updated. Also super important, I literally forgot to mention this, but I have to. The note that Lucy left me. This is the thing that like I got choked up. Happy birthday Jemima, you truly deserve the world, but I can't give you the world, so instead I'll give you this fictional one. Spiraling. I have no words, I have no words. People are too generous and kind and I just feel panicked. But in a good way, in a good way. Wow. Oh, and I have one more thing to say. Yesterday, and today as well, is Prime Day. I still need to look through the list of like the books. But on my wish list, I noticed that one of the things included in Prime Day was Crescent City 3. It's called A House of Flame and Shadow, I think, which I still haven't bought, but I really want the hardcover to match the first 2 books in the series that I own. That was reduced from £22 to £8. So I had to. That was like my first little birthday gift to myself with my birthday money. I've been in the middle of the second book for months. I'm just like plodding through it. I have it on my Kindle and I just kind of like will read a couple of pages every so often. Definitely a goal to finish that book before the end of the year. And then maybe I'll read House of Flame and Shadow next year. I don't know. I've heard kind of mixed things. And seeing as I don't already love the series, I'm kind of unsure. But I definitely did want to finish it just because I'm a little bit of a Sarah J Maas completist.
is for your own personal use only, not for your YouTube. That's fine.
Everyone seems to care. Out of my head, get there.
Okay, I think life has been absolutely crazy. I think I told you that my brother is getting married. Everything's coming up, it's literally next week, and things are just all over the place. I haven't had a moment to breathe. I've had like birthday celebrations, then we've immediately gone into wedding. It's crazy, but at the same time, they're all exciting, like fun things. It's just like a lot of planning. Today is my first afternoon where I am able to exist alone in peace. Number one priority is to clean up my room because my room is a literal disaster. Number two is to read because I haven't read in ages. I read like one chapter last night. I was like falling asleep while I was reading it. I've been slumping, but I haven't been forcing myself to pick up any books. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a chill thing and like regroup basically because I just am like feeling like I don't know what's going on. One of my birthday gifts was the Twilight vinyl. I know, literally the most iconic thing. They repressed this guy. This used to be available back in the day. They did one pressing of it, which meant that the value of this guy went up by like 20-30 times. Someone's selling the sealed one of like the first pressing of this for $900. Yes. Twilight is many things, but one of the things that it does have is a brilliant soundtrack. And I love the atmosphere of the film. That's my favourite part. They just got the vibe so right on that front. And I love reading to the soundtrack in the autumn time. And I've had this in my want list, but it's been so unrealistic. It's literally unreal. It matches the text of the title. My birthday also fell on Prime Day, which is dangerous. I picked up one thing on Prime Day, House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J Maas. Third book in the Crescent City series, which originally I thought was a trilogy, but is now seemingly a longer series than that. I don't know. I've read book one. I really like that. I'm in the middle of book two. I'm just like slowly getting my way through it, but I really don't want these hardcovers to go out of print. It did arrive damaged. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's like all torn. I don't know. I'm debating whether I should contact Amazon and ask for a replacement because like it's pretty bad, but I don't want to have to bother sending this back. I kind of hate it because, you know, but like I paid £8 for this book, so I don't care. If I paid 22, that would not be okay. But yeah, right now I'm going to tidy up my room and then do some reading. I really want to finish the Annie I Know I'm in the middle of. That's called Exteriors. I've got like 30-40 pages left of that. I know, I just want to make progress and stuff. I want to actually like read. Today is a really warm day, so I'm wearing this fun top. My camera's flashing. The long sleeve is from H&M. This one is, I think, Gap. And then my shorts are Zara. I've been running around town all day. I bought a top actually. I had £5 off like birthday gift in Mango, which is one of my favourite stores. So I got this top, which I love, pink and red, like this specific shade of pink with red. I think it's so pretty. But yeah, that's everything. That is all I have to update you on.
Seems so